Hello, and welcome to Touhoumon World Link Revised. It's a game that I'm playing because in the last couple days I've kind of had a desire to play some Touhoumon again, specifically a version of Emerald. Because me playing these Touhoumon games has kind of been a bit of an excuse to play Pokemon games I've never actually played before. You know, the last one I played was Enhanced Reloaded, which was Fire Red, and I never played Fire Red. And this one's Emerald, and I've never played Emerald. I've played Alpha Sapphire. It's the closest I've played. I actually like that game a lot. It's like probably second favorite Pokemon game behind like Black 2. But yeah, I wanted to play Emerald, so I looked into some games that are mods of Emerald, and this is one of them. So I don't know how long this is gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be as long as Enhanced Reloaded, but it adds quite a bit from what I remember, so it should be a pretty decently long series, I think. That's the speed up button. I just press the speed up. That's enter. Yes. The internal battery has run dry. The game can be played. Okay. Z. That's the button. Right. Haven't done this in a while. However, clock-based events will no longer occur. Great. New options. Let's do that first. Yes. Fast speed. That sounds pretty good. Battle speed on. Battle style shift. Nobody plays set unless they hate themselves. Stereo is good. Button mode normal. Yep. Frames. Okay. It's a text box. It's a brick. That one looks weird. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's go with, that one. Sure. Yeah, you can tell me this again? Yes. Uh-huh. Alright, let's start the game. It's been almost 3 minutes. Yeah, the volume's about the same it normally is when I do these GBA games, so the volume should be fine. If you got this hack as a pre-patched ROM, then please read the following. Websites that distribute hacks as pre-patched ROMs are best avoided for legal and security reasons. The revised hacks have been a thread on the Poke community with documentation, so please download it from there instead. Anyway, on to Birch. Okay, I did not get this pre-patched. Hi, sorry to keep you waiting. Welcome to the world of Bonica, my favorite word. My name is Birch. I'm named after a tree, like all Pokemon professors are. I think. Are they still named by trees? The last one I remember was like Sycamore. I played Gen 7. I don't remember the professor's name. Kukuri? No. But everyone calls me the Bonica Professor. This is what we call a Bonica. That's Kaneko. Is fitting because the legendary of this game is Kaneko, because Kaneko is Rayquaza. And the trio being Kaneko, Suiko, and Utsuo actually makes sense, because those characters are related when it comes to the plot of like 10 and 11. Recently, this world is inhabited by creatures known as Bonica. That is such... Did they say that in the original game? Recently, this world has been inhabited by creatures known as Pokemon. Is that what they say? Because that makes no sense lore-wise, because Pokemon have existed since the dawn of fucking time in this universe. So is that retconned? I don't know. I think I talked about Pokemon lore before and how some of it makes no sense, but then again, I don't know what I'm talking about. These Bonica are very mysterious, and no one is sure of their origin. How did they come to our world, and how many of them are there? Okay, never mind. I think this was added here. Is the plot of the Bonica games is that the puppets just showed up one day? Rumor has it that all Bonica come from a world called Gensokyo. Yeah, that's the plot. I should shut up and just read it. My goal is to solve the incident regarding Bonica and Gensokyo, and you are... Alright, you can play as Ronko or Mary Bell. I remember when I played Puppet Dance Performance, I named a character not Renko because they weren't Renko, and normally you can play as these two in these games. And then in Enhanced Reloaded, you couldn't play as Renko, so I'm going to play as Renko now. And then in Enhanced Reloaded, there was this thing where they made Renko your rival, but 99% of the time, and by that I mean other than in the intro and in the credit scene, they were just Gary. So you just had Garenko as Gary, and I called her Garenko. Garenko. That's who we are. This is the same character. Don't question the timeline. But yep, this is Garenko again, except now I'm playing as them. And since you're the protagonist, you don't have any dialogue. That means I'm not going to do the stupid voice I did for Garenko, which I don't really remember. because Garenko has no dialogue because of the main character. Garenko. So it's Garenko. Yes. Oh, okay. You're Garenko, who's moving to my hometown of Little Root. I get it now. Alright, are you ready? Your very own mind-breaking adventure is about to unfold. Take courage and leap into the world of Bonica, where dreams, adventure, and friendships await. Right, this is the original music, right? I think so. Well, come see me in my Bonica lab. So I did a bit of testing with this game before I started playing. So it seems like most of the music has been changed. Because some of these Touhoumon hacks, they had changed the music, and some of them don't. Seems like most of the music's been changed, whereas some themes haven't, if they didn't have an equivalent, I guess. The box is printed with a Bonica logo. It's a Bonica brand moving and delivery service. Yeah, this is not Little Root. Garenko, we're here, honey. It must be tiring riding with our things in the moving truck. Yeah, why'd you throw me in the moving truck? Well, this is Little Root Town. How do you like it? This is our new home. It has a quaint feel, but it seems to be an easy place to live, don't you think? And you get your own room, Garenko. Let's go inside. See, Garenko, isn't it nice in here, too? The movers Bonico do all the work and moving us in and clearing up after. This is so convenient. You trusted Chens to do this? Garenko, your room is upstairs. Go check it out, dear. Dad brought you a new clock to mark our move here. Don't forget to set it. Chen. So they say do they say their names like Pokemon in this one? I guess so. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of a bit disappointed that the music is replaced for the most part in this hack because I actually really like Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald soundtrack. It's actually one of my favorite game soundtracks in general. I was kind of looking forward to getting to hear it, but most of the music is replaced. Not to like say anything negative about the remixes, they're great, but just like I'd rather listen to the original Emerald soundtrack while playing this, but oh well. It's a Nintendo GameCube, or as I like to call it, the Nintendo Shitcube. Game Boy Advance is connected to serve as the controller. Clock is stopped. Better set it and start it. Sure, let's go with that. Garenko, how do you like your new room? Good, everything's put away neatly. They finished moving everything in downstairs too. Bonica movers are so convenient. Oh, you should make sure that everything's all there on your desk. Okay. This is Revive Dev. Glad you decided to check this book. Just some quick advice on how to enjoy both hacks to the fullest. Talk to everyone you see. Some NPCs have different dialogue or roles not seen in the vanilla games and might even give you useful items like TM's experiment with your team picks. This is especially helpful on repeat runs. Try out a character you've never used before, either as a challenge or just to get to know them better. Explore everywhere. While this is a bit more apparent in our, some areas in the hacks have secrets within them that didn't exist in the vanilla games. These can lead to new areas, items, and even legendaries. And lastly, here's a link to... Yep. There's a link in a Pokemon text box. Anyway, enjoy the hack. Yeah, the way I downloaded this, it also came with another hack that was another hack of Fire Red that I'm probably never gonna play because I already played a Fire Red one. If I end up doing this again, I don't know. I've just started this one, so I might think about that. I'll probably play one of Platinum because that would give me an excuse to play Platinum. But then I'd have to figure out how to acquire a perfectly legal and sold at Nintendo by Nintendo at some point computer interfaced Nintendo DS. Yes, yep, gotta get one of those to figure out how to do that. Fumo? Do I add a potion in here? I have a revive, that's better than a potion. Toss side. Yeah, cancel. Fumo. Fumo? What would you like to do? That's... Okay, decoration. Decorate? There are no decorations. Okay. Cool beans? Oh, Garenko, quick, come quickly. Look, it's Petalburg's gym. Maybe Dad'll be on. We brought you this report from in front of Petalburg Gym. Oh, it's over. I think Dad was on, but we missed him. Too bad. Oh yes, one of Dad's friends lives in town. Professor Birch is his name. He lives right next door, so you should go over and introduce yourself. Right, so I'm not 100% sure because I haven't played newer Pokemon games, but I think this is, to this day, still the only Pokemon game where your dad exists. See you, honey. You can tell me about the power of science. You use a PC, you can store items in Bonica. The power of science is staggering. Of course, Professor Birch spends days in his lab studying. They'll suddenly go out in the wild to do more research. When does Professor Birch spend time at home? So yeah, even if the game didn't go out of its way to tell me to read all the text boxes, I was going to do it anyway, because again, I never played Pokemon ever. Little Road Town, a town that can't be shaded any hue. Yeah, Moth Stage 5 is nice at all, but man, Little Root Town, good stuff. Yeah, this is the original. Huh? Professor Birch. The professor's away on field work. Ergo, he isn't here. Well, let me explain what field work is. It is to study things in the natural environment like fields and mountains instead of a laboratory. The professor isn't one for doing desk work. He's the type of person who would rather go outside and experience things than read about them here. Yeah, a lot of reading in a normal voice. I don't think I did. Did I do any funny voices when I played last time? Or when I played Enhanced Reloaded? I think Gary was the only voice I did, and now I'm playing as Gary. So I'm not doing that. Oh, hello, and you are. Oh, you're Garenko, our next door neighbor. Hi. We have a daughter about the same age as you. She was excited about making a new friend. She's just upstairs, I think. Like child, like father. My husband is as wild about Bonica as our child. He's not at his lab, he's likely scrabbling about grassy places. Yeah, this is one of those Pokemon games where your rival is the gender you didn't pick. There's at least 2 of those, I think? They did that in Gen 6 too. Hi, neighbor. Do you already have your own Bonica? In this case, it's not gender, it's character. Hello, Maribel. Huh? Who are you? Oh, you're Garenko, so your move was today. I feel like we've met before. I'm Mary. Work for Maribel. Glad to meet you. I have this dream of becoming friends with Bonica all over the world. I heard about you, Garenko, from my dad, Professor Birch. I was hoping that you would be nice, Garenko, and that we could be friends. Oh, this is silly, isn't it? I have just met you, Garenko. Hee. Oh no, I forgot. I was supposed to go help Dad catch some wild Bonica. Garenko, I'll catch you later. I do have to wonder how different the dialogue is between these two, because I'm pretty sure in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, May and Brendan have different dialogue. It's mostly the same, but they are slightly different. I think Brendan says something about being disappointed that you're a girl or something in the original. It's Mary's Miko Orb. Better leave it right where it is. Bonica fully restored, items ready, and I wasn't really paying attention to the music that played when Maribel talked. May and Brennan have their own, like, music when they talk to you, and it's like, slightly different. Alright, this is my house. It's already been 2. Alright, 15 minutes in, and I can actually, play the game, not just goof around. Hi. There are scary Bonica outside. I can hear their cries. I want to go see what's going on, but I don't have any Bonica. Can you go see what's happening for me? Help me! Hello? You over there, please help! My bag! There's a Miko Orb! Right, so, I did a bit of, I tested up until, like, getting your first Pokemon before I played this. So, when I played Enhanced Reloaded, their starters were, the Raisin and Alice and Sanai. And then, I know there are other Touhoumon hacks where your starters are like Rainbow, Marissa, and Sakia, so I was expecting something like that when I opened up this bag. You ready? You ready for the trio of winners that you get to start with in this game? You got fucking Sarah. Whoa. Kirby. Huh? And Ellen. Why? So, yeah, not exactly the biggest trio of winners here. I guess I'll pick Sarah. Because she's like the odd one out here. The other two are just like little blonde things. And she's... Isn't she supposed to have pink hair? Why does it look red? I don't know. There's a rat, because there's always a rat at the beginning of these games. That's like probably one of the biggest, I don't know, issues. Just something you notice about these Pokemon hacks is that they basically, you know, there are limited Touhou characters, and if you want your Rattata, you're basically always, it's always gonna be Nazareth. Like, I can't think of a single one of these Touhoumon games where you don't start with Nazareth on the first route. It's like every single one. Anyway, Sarah, she's ready to beat you up. There's like a whole new UI and stuff on the original Emerald, so you know, that's nice. I don't think you can run from this fight. Alright, Sarah, what are you looking like? What type are you? You're a fighting type. Right, so one big difference between this game and Enhanced Reloaded is that game had like a completely different type chart from original Pokemon. I looked at this game's type chart. It seems to be mostly the same as Pokemon. There's like some... I might need to look at it again, because there might be like some slight differences between like how the types react to each other. But from what I glanced at, it seems to be most of the types are the same as they are in Pokemon, but like they added Faith and I didn't see Dragon. So hopefully that means I can do decently well, because I'm familiar with Pokemon types, and I've never bothered to learn any of the types in any of the Touhoumon games. So a lot of the times they're not the same. There you go. You did it, Sarah. Wow! I was in the tall grass studying Wild Bonica when I was jumped. You saved me, thanks a lot. Oh, hi, you're Garenko. This is not the place to chat, so come by my Bonica lab later, okay? So Garenko, I've heard so much about you from your father. I've heard that you don't have your own Bonica yet. But the way you battled earlier, you pulled it off with aplomb? That's a word? I guess you have your father's blood in your veins after all. And yes, as thanks for rescuing me, I'd like you to have the Bonica you used earlier. I received the Sasara. While you're at it, why not give it a nickname? Alright, so here's the thing. When I played Enhanced Reloaded, well, I guess 2 previous times I've played a Touhoumon game, I've given myself like some sort of restriction to determine who I was going to put on my team. In Puppet Dance Performance, it was whoever had the best IVs, because you could check IVs in that game. And in Enhanced Reloaded, it was, if I could BS a reason why I could name this puppet after a Lennon character, then I could use it. I'm not going to do that again. I don't really have a plan for this. I'm just kind of going to play the game, and if I see someone I want to use, I'm going to use them. And then whatever I nickname them is whatever I come up with at the time. But, like, what... So, like, I'm not doing the Lennon thing again, but, like, what else am I supposed to name this thing? It's a Sarah. Barely fits. If you work at Bonica and gain experience, I think you'll make an extremely good trainer. My kid Mary is also studying Bonica while helping me out. Garenko, don't you think it might be a good idea to go see Mary? Sure. Great, Mary should be happy too. Get Mary to teach you what it means to be a trainer. Mary, gone home, I think. Or maybe that kid's scrambling around in tall grass again somewhere. If you or your Bonica get tired, you should get some rest at home. Alright, so it's been 20 minutes and I've just got my first Pokemon. What button was it again? Enter? Yeah, enter. Okay. Okay. Look at her! Saragimaru! There they are! Right, it's Yang. I remember in Enhanced Reloaded they had like yin yang, and that's how they determined like how breeding works. But they were still like had the male female colors. Now they're black and white. So. Okay, so red is good and blue is bad, yes? I actually can't remember. I think red is good and blue is bad. So that means you have heightened speed and lowered special defense. That's really good, actually. I think. Tackle and harden. I don't know. I mean, I've given you a name and everything. I might end up using you throughout the whole game. Who knows? I tend to get kind of attached to the characters I use in these playthroughs, so it'd be a bit funny if I actually start to like Sara of all fucking characters after this. At $3,000, no badges. I got a revive in my bag. Nothing else. Right, you have orbs, TMs, and HMs, berries, key items. Right, so this already seems. I assume this is because of the hack. It's the bag seems more like easier to go through than at least Enhanced Reloaded was, which I'm pretty sure just used the fire red one, where like your TM case was inside your bag, or like your item case or something. Well, Mary went out to Route 103 just a little while ago. Like father, like child, Mary can't stay quietly at home. Right, I was gonna like test to see if saving works. Okay. It does. And then I already tested this, I'm gonna test it again. Doot, 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 doot. Okay, we're good. We're good. That guy can play the game. Alright. Here we are in Route 101. This is one of like 2 Pokemon games I can think of off the top of my head where you can actually like play the game for a bit before you're forced to fight your rival. The other one being Heart Gold and Soul Silver and the originals. Wild Bonica will jump at you in tall grass. If you want to catch Bonica, you have to go into the tall grass and search. So you can actually like do a bit of training before you fight your rival, so it's in your favor. I don't know, normally in most Pokemon games you're able to beat the rival fight pretty easily, but every now and then you just get unlucky. Yeah, there's nothing real exciting in here, is there? Right, my fighting type is weak to the bird Pokemon. Stop dying to the bird, Sara. Please. Yeah, I swear, Sara has pink hair, does she not? She appears to have red hair. I'm not complaining at all, this is an objective improvement, but I'm just saying. So, I'm probably gonna play at least until I get to finish the rival fight. Which means we're almost at 30 minutes here, meaning this will probably go to at least 40 minutes, which is probably good, because the first part should probably be a bit longer than just 30 minutes. Around 30 minutes is what I tried to keep the Pokemon videos to. Bonica get tired, take them to a Bonica Center. There's a Bonica Center in Oldale Town right close by. Here we are. The BC, the Bonica Center. The Bonica Wildlife Club, Wireless Club on the 2nd floor was built recently, but they say they're still making adjustments. Okay? That PC in the corner there is for any Bonica trainer to use. Naturally, that means you're welcome to use it too. Bonica Centers are great. You can use their services as much as you like, and it's all for free. You never have to worry. Hello and welcome to Bonica Center. We restore your tired Bonica to full health. Would you like to rest your Bonica? Man, I'm so used to hearing Aaron's theme in these Pokemon Centers. What does the original Pokemon Center theme even sound like? The last time I played a normal Pokemon game, I think I replayed Black 2, like, sometime in the last 5 years. Hi, I work at a Bonica Mart. Can I get you to come with me? This is a Bonica Mart. Just look for our blue roof. We sell a variety of goods, including Miko arms for catching Bonica. Here, I'd like you to have this as a promotional item. Yay, I got a potion. Potion can be used anytime, so it's even more useful in a Bonica Center, in certain situations. This is Old Town. This is just Oldale Town's theme. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of hoping this is a trend. I'm hoping that just the first couple... Like, obviously... It seems like the battle themes are probably going to be... Oh my god, it's so good! It's probably gonna be most of the battle themes are for Switch, but I'm hoping like most of these overworld themes are the same. I really love RSE soundtrack. I want you to take a rest, so I'm saving my progress. Do-do-do-do. When Bonica battle, they eventually level up and become stronger. If the Bonica with you becomes stronger, you'll be able to go farther away from here. Yeah, one thing that I could also... Because I'm playing Emerald now, or a version of Emerald, if I ever decided to cover some themes from Emerald, I could just use this as, like, background footage. You know, it's not the original Emerald footage, but, you know, it's good enough for me to use in cover videos. I don't know, maybe I'll do that after I finish Undertale Yellow, just play some Pokemon Emerald themes. A potion can be used anytime, so it's even more useful in a Bonica Center in certain situations. The clerks say they're all sold out. I can't buy any Miko orbs. Welcome. How may I serve you? Potions, then the 3 normal ailments. If a Bonica gets hurt and loses HP and faints and won't be able to battle, to prevent your Bonica from fainting, restore its HP with a potion. Oh yeah, another thing that's different about this compared to Enhanced Reloaded that I just thought about, I should probably talk about now before I forget about, the evolution system is, like, different. In Enhanced Reloaded, there was, like, it worked similar to Puppet Dance Performance, where there was, like, forms, but in Enhanced Reloaded you had to use, like, shards in order to change into certain forms. But other than that, there was, like, a default form your Pokemon evolved into. That doesn't seem to be a thing in this game. It seems to be... It's streamlined to where basically every Pokemon has one form, where you have your Chibis, they evolve into your normal ones, and then they are final evolution of extra, except for, like, you know, the special ones, like the legendaries and stuff. So, you know, it has less options, but at least it's a lot easier for me. I don't have to, like, look into, oh, what's the best type for this Pokemon. I can just use the only one I can use, and not have to worry about finding shards and all this other stuff. It does mean Racing is probably not good, but, you know, I don't have a Racing this time, so it's not my problem. When a Bonica battle starts, the one at the left of the list goes out first, so when you get more Bonica in your party, try switching around the order of your Bonica. It could give you an advantage. Maybe it's good. Most of the original soundtrack isn't here, because a lot of my commentary would devolve into me singing, probably, because I really like RCA's soundtrack. This is the original again. I mean, it's just a route theme. Most of the route themes are alright. I mean, there's some really good ones, but those are later on. The original one, you know. But yeah, obviously this is not RCA's battle theme. This is Alice's theme again. Pretty sure this is the same exact one that was in Enhanced Reloaded. It's good old Alice's theme. It's either the Pokemon, Wild Pokemon theme, or the trainer battle theme. My Bonica is staggeringly tired. I should have brought a potion. So yeah, when I fight Maribel, she's probably not going to have the rival battle theme from Pokemon RSE, but if she does... Oh boy, if she does. Route 103, Oldale Town. Alright. I'm going to fight some Bonica until I reach level 7, and then I'm going to heal and come back. I'd like to run into something that's not just a rat. I don't think there's anything that great in here, but there's gotta be something more than just rats and Tohikos, right? I might have to use a potion here. I'm gonna have to use a potion against a rat. Oh well. This was not in the cards, but it is what we're going to have to do. You know, I do have to wonder how, like, how popular these Touhoumon games are. Like, I know a lot of people have played them, but I have to wonder if it's, like, if it's enough to where, like, because I'm thinking, like, in these Pokemon games, like Tokiko and Nazrin, they show up a lot. So I have to wonder if, like, familiarity in, like, these Touhoumon games, if they're popular enough to where they could actually, like, affect how popular a character is. Probably not. Like, I wonder if there are people that are like, yeah, I really like Tokiko because they're the Pidgey in all the Touhoumon games, so I used them early and they're great until I have to replace them because you always replace your Pidgeys. Luis, huh? Okay. So, alright then. Pound. Well, we've got 2 Pokemon from Mystic Square accounted for. Pokemon. Bonikamon. Karate Chop! There you go! You learned something. Although it's probably not going to be very useful, because if you're a fighting type, and Maribel is going to take the Pokemon that's super effective against you, it means Kurami is probably a Psychic type. Then who knows what Ellen is? A Dark type? No, Kurami's probably a Dark type then, and then Ellen's a Psychic type. Why is Ellen a Psychic type? I have no idea. Well, I guess she's like a magician or something. I don't know. Alright. Enter. That's the button. Change which move you have first, yes. There you go. I did that, and then I'm gonna have to use Karate Chop in this rival battle anyway. But you know, might as well do it now. Alright, moment of truth. Not yet. I might not actually be able to run away from this rat. That might be a problem. Please run away from this rat. Okay, good. Hello, Maribel. Let's see, Bonica found on Route 103 include... Oh, of course it's this name. Oh, hi, Garenko! So I'm guessing if you were Renko instead, you'd probably have, the other theme, you know, the one doodle-doo-doodle-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, that one. Oh, I see, my dad gave you a Bonica as a gift. Since we're here, let's have a quick battle. I'll give you a taste of what being a trainer is like. Oh, it is! I love this theme so much. Dude, no, you have an Ellen. You're psychic. That's really annoying. That's really annoying, Ellen. Very good. Rival Maribel. It is her full name. Wow, that's great, Garenko. You're pretty good. Should I call you Renko? Short for Garenko? Much how you're calling me Mary? Short for Maribel? I think I know why my dad has an eye out for you now. I mean, you just got this Bonica, but it already likes you. You might be able to befriend any kind of Bonica easily. Well, it's time to head back to the lab again. Not again. Yeah, it's only been 35 minutes. I can do the cutscene where you talk to Birch down here at least. Are you supposed to be there? I thought you'd go back to the lab already. You want to walk back? Yeah, I played Alpha Sapphire. I'm not gonna. Most of the remixes of the music in Alpha Sapphire are pretty good. Hell, some are better than the originals, especially the team leader themes. I don't know. For the most part, I really like SC's just original soundtrack, which is weird considering the fact that I've never actually played the games before. Until right now, sort of. Garenko here. Let's hurry home. Can't give Maribel a silly voice because she's Yukari, and I've never given Yukari a silly voice. Did you have to do that, my dude? I was walking here, and you just went right in front. Hi, Garenko. I heard you beat Mary on your first try. That's excellent. I have a 2-level advantage over her. It's kind of cheap. Mary's been helping with my research for a long time. She has an extensive history as a trainer already. Quite weird how she has not leveled up her Pokemon at all. Or did she raise it from a level 1 egg, like some other rivals have, named Hugh? Here, Garenko, I ordered this for my research, but I think you should have this Idoldex. Idoldex is a high-tech tool that automatically makes a record of any Bonica you beat or catch. My kid Mary goes everywhere with it. Whenever my kid catches a real Bonica and reports its data in the Idoldex, why, Mary looks for me while I'm out doing field work and shows me. Wow, Garenko, you got an Idoldex too. That's great, just like me, I've got something for you too. It's fun if you can get a lot of Bonica. I'm going to look all over the place because I want different Bonica. If I find any cute Bonica, I'll catch them with Yumiko Orbs. Wiko Orbs. Yeah, I don't know how much they do this in the original game, but they kind of like push these two as being good friends in the remake. I remember there's a whole like cutscene where you like go to the space station together or something. I don't know. It's fitting that it's these two characters, you know what I mean? I wonder where I should go look for Bonica next. Anyway, what does my Idoldex say about my Sara? Well, that's illegal. You can't make the starters, not the start of the decks. That doesn't make any sense. Where the hell am I supposed to find Sara then? Why is... Okay, Ellen's all the way over here. They aren't even close to each other, which makes sense. They're going by game order, which they aren't because they start with Nazareth. Sara. Makai is gatekeeper, not very good at her job. Well, that's not a very nice description, now is it? Nope. Very fitting name. Okay, alright, it's been about 40 minutes. This seems to be a good place to stop. Next part, I will continue the Emerald route. Never mind, my mom's gonna... Wait, Garenko. Garenko, did you introduce yourself to Professor Birch? Oh, what an adorable Bonica. You got it from Professor Birch? How nice. You're your father's child, alright. You look good together with Bonica. Here, honey, if you're going out on an adventure, take Dad's old fishing rod. I mean, he never uses it anyway. Was this part of the original game? Did I just give you an old rod? To think that you have your very own Bonica now. Your father will be overjoyed. It's great that I've never played the original Emerald, so I'm literally not going to know what the differences were added by the hack, and which were the original, aside from like the obvious stuff like the new areas. But please be careful. If anything happens, you can come home. Go on, go get the money. Bye, Mom. Alright. You know what? Just so I'm not starting off in a really awkward spot, let's just get through here. Leave me alone, okay, go. There. Episode 1, I'm already using speed up. This is going great. Alright. You were in the way, right? I finished sketching the footprints of a rare Bonica, but it turns out they were only my own footprints. Badum-tish. Alright, next part, I will explore the route of 102. So bye.